What's up, guys? It's your girl Sabby. Welcome back. If you're new here, just click that subscribe button and let's get to it. So don't mind the mask. You guys know the new protocols, but this week's video is a train with me style where I'm going to be doing a full routine that you guys can easily follow along with. The idea is to do the routine together from start to finish, but you can stop and play as you need. Just don't sell yourself short and make sure you actually complete it in a timely manner. The equipment we'll be using is on the screen now. If you guys lack any pieces, just use your best judgment to try to select an alternative. Let's go ahead and start off with some stretches. I'm going to be doing probably 5 minutes long of stretching to kind of get the deepest and fullest stretch in before we begin. You guys can stretch as you wish, however, which way. Just try to be sure to prepare yourself because this one's going to be a good one. So we'll be jumping straight into the routine after this, and the only time I'll be stopping is during break intervals. But do not freak out. I'm going to briefly run through the entire routine before we begin, and I actually put a bonus clips in the upper right hand corner to your benefit that'll kind of demonstrate proper form and technique for each exercise throughout the routine. So to begin, we'll start off with 2 rounds of activators. I've selected Froggers and Donkey Kicks, and we'll be doing 1 solid minute of Froggers, 10-second rest, and then Donkey Kicks on one leg for 30 seconds, 10-second rest, and Donkey Kicks on the opposite leg for 30 seconds. Another 10-second rest, and then we'll do that second round. We'll then move on to the routine immediately after, starting with seated good mornings. We're going to go ahead and do 5 sets of 12 reps. Then on to marching glute bridges, where we'll be doing 4 sets of 10 reps, and we'll actually be alternating between legs for these. So it's more so 4 sets of 5 reps per leg. We'll go ahead and do bouncing squats right after that for another 4 sets of 10 reps, but per rep we'll be bouncing 3 times. So I've actually included, like I said, the videos that demonstrate this exercise in case any of you are really confused right now. And then the last exercise in the routine is going to be step-ups for 3 sets of 12 reps, also alternating our legs in this one. We'll end the routine with our cool downs. It's just going to be 1 round of pulse lunges for 2 minutes, 1 minute per leg, and then jump squats for a minute, and we're done. So right after I stretch, before I begin any routine, no matter what muscle group I'm training, I like to start off with those activators. And they're basically warm-ups that are designed to target the specific muscle group you're training for the day and kind of prepare them for the routine to come. So we'll begin with 1 minute Froggers, and let's start. So in order to do this exercise correctly, it is key to have your foot placement proper. You want to make sure your feet are placed together like such, and this kind of naturally creates that V shape for your legs, but do adjust them either closer or further apart. That way you can really target this stretch of your glute muscles. Also adjust your upper body either closer to or further from your heels so that you're targeting those glute muscles and you're not hitting your lower back or more of your hamstrings. And of course, make sure you guys squeeze your glutes when you come up each thrust. That way you get the best for your booty. And also just be sure to pace yourself during these warm-ups so you don't overexhaust your muscles before the actual start of the routine. The idea is to go slower and really stretch your muscles to prepare them, as opposed to trying to do as many reps as possible. So now moving on to our second activator in this routine, go ahead and grab your resistance band and place it just above your knees for this one. We're going to be starting off with the right leg and doing 30 seconds of donkey kicks. All right, good job, guys. We've got 15 seconds left. We are halfway there. We're gonna go ahead and give ourselves just a brief little 10-second rest, and then we'll be jumping into our left leg for 30 seconds of donkey kicks. All right, and 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. So to kind of explain what I was demonstrating in the bonus clip up there, you want to make sure that your back is flat this entire exercise. If you're too sunken in or you're overarched, you can end up pulling one of your muscles in your back, and we're trying to focus on our glute muscles and getting those ready for this routine. So our goal also isn't to kick as high as possible, but to really feel that stretch in our glutes as we extend. And then that resistance band really helps apply that added pressure. Go ahead and take a couple seconds to rest, and we are going to jump right into the second round. And let's begin. For our first exercise, we'll be using our resistance band and either the barbell or dumbbells. It's your preference. We'll be doing our seated good mornings. This is an alternative version of the regular good morning exercise, and it's a common exercise used to really target your glutes. So once you have your resistance band on above your knees and your dumbbell or your barbells, go ahead and sit at the edge of the chair with your feet a little bit more than shoulder width apart and actually face your feet outwards. And let's begin. We're going to be doing 5 sets of 12. So the reason that I mentioned placing your feet outwards is this will allow you to get the deepest stretch with this exercise. And I know I've been mentioning deep stretch, deep stretch, deep stretch, but that's really how we're going to get our muscles to tear and later rebuild. Also, with placing your feet outwards, it allows you to have a better resistance, and it will prevent your knees from going in. So if you're like me and you have the issue of your knees constantly trying to come inward, this will really help fix your form. And last one. Nice job, guys. So we finished our first set of 5, only 4 left to go, but we got this. Hopefully everyone's feeling great so far. So you guys can go ahead and pay attention to the video if you'd like. I'm just re-demonstrating foot placement and whatnot for this exercise. I want to mention in between each exercise and each set per exercise that we do, feel free to actually pause the video and give yourself a 20 to 30 second rest if needed. I wanted to put that in this video, but truthfully, editing this video was awful. It was the most difficult one so far, so I apologize for the lack of professional breaks, but you guys know how to work the pause button. So give yourself about 20 to 30-second rests in between each set and each exercise, and then let's jump right back in. All right, so I hope you guys didn't lie to yourself and you're not lying to me and took longer than 20 to 30 seconds, but let's get right into this second set of seated good mornings. Ready? And let's begin. 1, up. Let's get it. 2, up. Make sure you're squeezing your glutes the entire time. Up. 4, up. Really allow that resistance band to push and add extra force so that you're doing everything you can to keep your knees outward and really get a deep stretch once again with this exercise. Another thing is to take your time with the exercise. By slowing down your movements, you're actually building on your eccentric phase, during which your muscles feel the most contraction, aka booty growth. So I just wanted to touch base with those of you who are using dumbbells as opposed to the barbell for this exercise. I realized that I did not actually get a clip of me using the dumbbells just because I typically use the barbell myself. And unfortunately, I was not thinking of you guys in this moment. I was like, let's get it on. Okay, so I just wanted to mention the placement or where to hold the dumbbells as you're doing this same exercise. And honestly, just as my hands are pretty close to my shoulders here holding the barbell, you're actually going to hold the dumbbells just above your shoulders, almost resting them on your shoulders. Honestly, I really do prefer doing these with the barbell, but obviously if you only have the dumbbells, girl, we're going to work with what we got. All right, guys, fourth set, let's get it. Down 1. Down 2, slow, slow, slow. Down 3, bring it up. I know you guys can see my legs shaking right now. The struggle is real. Honestly though, I really hope you guys are feeling the same amount of pressure or pain that I'm feeling. Good pain though, good pain. Honestly, I really hope it's good pain, because if it's bad pain, then you guys need to stop. You're probably not doing these right. Just run it back and recheck that demonstration. But truthfully, I have a lot of faith in you guys, and I'm pretty sure you're doing these right. So let's get these last few reps in and then on to our last set. All right, hopefully you paused and got your rest in. Let's get this. Down for 1, last set of 12. Go hard or go home. Down for 3. And up. Also, you guys can give yourselves actually like a minute and a minute or a minute and a half to rest between the transition from one actual exercise to another. Just because you do want to allow yourself to kind of breathe throughout your routine. Just don't rest too long, because then your muscles start to think that the game is done. And honey, we're only just now getting started. All right, and we're just jumping straight into the next exercise. So we're going to be doing our marching bridges. We're going to come up and march, bring that leg back down and release. Come back up, march, bring that leg back down and release. So go ahead and continue this pattern of alternating between legs, and make sure that throughout each movement, you're really squeezing your glutes. We're going to be doing 4 sets of 10 reps, and I'm actually going to be showing you different variations each set for ways that you can do this either with a resistance band or a dumbbell or adding elevation. That's actually my preferred way to do it, just because, like I mentioned before, it really allows you to get a deeper stretch, and that's just how the booty grows. All right, let's begin our second set. So up for 1 and down. Up 2, march, bring it down and release. Up, march, bring it down, and release. So this time I'm actually using a resistance band instead of the dumbbell. Like I said, there are so many different ways you can do this. You can incorporate both pieces of equipment. You can add in the elevation, which I'll be demonstrating next. But feel free to use the dumbbells, no dumbbells, resistance band, not. Like I said, however you prefer, just remember that your muscles will not grow if we do not challenge them. All right, guys, so for set number 3, let's go ahead and throw in some elevation now. You can see I'm just resting my shoulders on top of this platform and doing the same movement. So we're going to go down and back up and march. Back down, bring it up, and march. Go ahead and continue doing this for the remaining reps of this set. You can see the difference in using the platform, how much of a fuller range of motion I'm getting as opposed to when I was laying flat on the ground. So this is really why I love adding elevation to this particular exercise, just because honestly, the more booty growth, the better. And down, we've got 2 more to go, guys. 9, bring it back down, and 10. Great job. All right, jumping right into our last set, let's bring it down and up for 1. Back down and bring it up for 2. So I know for this particular exercise, I didn't really provide a demo video on how to do it. But as we did each different variation, I tried to give some tips and tricks on how to do so. This one is pretty self-explanatory too. If you guys do, however, have any remaining questions, just drop those in the comments below and I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. So I believe this is up for 8, back down, 9, and the last one, our best one, 10. Great job, guys. So the next exercise we're going to be performing are bouncing or pulse squats. Go ahead and grab that barbell or those dumbbells again. I actually did demonstrate with both for this exercise, so you're in luck. But I'm going to briefly show you how to do the pulses correctly. You're going to come down just above the chair and hover, pulse 3 times and come right back up. And that's going to count as 1 rep. So we're going to be doing 4 of 10 with each rep having 3 bounces. Let's begin. First one, we're coming down, 2, 3, and up. Going down, 2, 3, and up. Down, 2, 3. Make sure you guys are squeezing. You can see my hips thrust forward just a little bit right here as I come up, and that's because I am squeezing those glute muscles. So for the following 3 sets or remaining 3 sets, it is in the video just going to jump from one to the other. I do apologize again, guys. Just make sure that you're pausing and you're taking your your 20 to 30 second break and then jumping into the next set. So on to set number 2, I'm going to be demonstrating to the right how to perform this same exercise using dumbbells as opposed to the barbell. So earlier I mentioned doing the seated good mornings with dumbbells, and I mentioned the placement of those dumbbells when doing that exercise. This is exactly the same placement. You'll go ahead and rest those dumbbells just above your shoulders. And I know it's after the fact that we already did the seated good mornings, but you have the option to use either the dumbbells or the barbell now in the pulse squats, and now that you know how to position them correctly, you can go ahead and use either for whichever exercise you use in the future. All right, guys, and we're just going to be moving right on into that 3rd set. So let's go down for 1, 2, 3, and up. Down for 2, 2, 3, and up. Down 3, 2, 3, and up. So you want to make sure too that you guys are not going too fast with this. I end up slowing down my reps in this particular set because I noticed in the beginning I was moving a little bit fast. I mentioned earlier your eccentric phase in your exercises, and this is where you want to slow down your movements so that your muscles have the opportunity to stretch and tear as much as possible in a good way, and then later rebuild and have more room for growth. All right, guys, and we're on for our last set. So that is 1, down for 2, 2, 3, up, down for 3, 2, 3, up. Good job, guys. 4, 2, 3, up. Up and squeeze. Make sure each time you guys come up, you're really squeezing those glutes. All right, and we're off to our step ups into RDL. So we're going to begin this last exercise by stepping up onto the platform and releasing those dumbbells down in front, kicking back our leg, and repeating this same pattern on the other side. So the step up exercise is obviously pretty self-explanatory. Most people add in kickbacks. I decided to amp it up a little bit and throw in the Romanian deadlifts. So off to the right, you can see the side angle of me demonstrating this entire exercise. So once again, we're going to step up all the way and come down with the dumbbells and step right back down. So as we come down with those dumbbells, our leg is kicking up and back. The key to the RDLs are to act as if your body's a pulley. So that's why when you come down with those RDLs, that back leg comes up. All right, so on to our second set. You want to make sure that you keep those dumbbells really close to your body so that you can maintain proper form. Keep your back straight at all times, and you don't really have to focus on going as low as possible. Rather, focus on going as low as necessary. That way you feel that pull in your hamstring muscles in the back of your thigh. Now, I know I keep saying this, but it really is crucial. Make sure you guys are squeezing. In this exact moment for this particular exercise, your muscles are as far stretched out as possible. So you really want to take advantage of squeezing in this very moment. That way you're contracting them at their weakest point, and then later it leads to growth. All right, nice job, guys. We are on to our last set. Let's keep it going, keep the momentum, and let's finish off strong. Great job, everyone. We are finally in the cool down session of our routine. So let's begin with 1 minute pulsing lunges. We're going to do a minute for each leg. If you did not, however, rest between the transition of the step ups and the pulsing lunges for our cool downs, make sure you pause this video now and go ahead and rewind to the beginning of our pulse lunges. Give yourself like a minute or two break, and let's finish off this routine strong. And once again, just remember to pace yourself so that you get ample amount of reps within these short minute circuits. I already said this, it seems pretty short, 3 minutes, a minute per leg of pulsing lunges, but doing this exercise nonstop, it does burn you out. So by pacing yourself, you're able to get the maximum amount of reps within this minute. And honestly, you really want to try to go the entire minute without stopping. All right, guys, and we hit 30 seconds. We are halfway there. Keep it going. Make sure that back knee is coming as low as possible without touching the ground, and make sure that front knee is not coming over your toes, but really get down and deep. All right, guys, I really hope you took that 1 minute to minute and a half rest because these jumping squats are going to be brutal. And let's go. Make sure when you're coming down too, you're trying to come as low as possible and slow yourself down when you are coming down. This is gonna burn, but it's going to build. All right, guys, we did it. We're done. I'm so proud of you. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and the routine itself. It was fun to make, but hell to edit. So make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more of it, because I will base my decision to make another video like this off of those likes. And until next time, I hope you guys stay hustling and stay humble.